Have you ever been in an unhealthy relationship?
For 7 years, I was stuck in a relationship, in a marriage that I wanted to leave, but didn't know how. And the fear of losing a relationship and the stability and having someone beside me was scarier than confronting the fact that I was in an abusive relationship.
Actually, my first kind of real adult relationship, which was on and off for almost 5 years, was not a particularly healthy one. I wonder what I was needing that made me stay for so long or come back so many times.
It all felt really good in the first 6 months. And then problems started showing up where I would get yelled at.
I was doing some stuff and had some behaviors that I didn't like.
Right.
His way of handling situations created a reactive nature in me that wasn't healthy. And so, it wasn't just him that was, in the wrong, but I think it was just us as a duo brought out the wrong sides of each other.
I found that myself when I was in a relationship that really wasn't working well for me. I felt like I was perfectly justified in being sarcastic or rude or sabotaging in some way or another because I was the one who was actually really being hard done by.
It always takes two to tango, I think, in relationships.
And actually checking in with this person many years later, we were actually able to maybe have a bit of reconciliation around like, yeah, I didn't like when you did this, and then they said, yeah, well, I also didn't like when you did this, this, and this, and I was like, oh, okay, right, I see now, that I did have more of a part in it than I was caring to like really see in the moment.
I've definitely been in a relationship where it wasn't a healthy relationship. I didn't realize at the time, it took me a long time afterwards to reflect.
And it took me a long time to realize that I was in an abusive relationship. It actually took a friend who, after describing to her what I was going through, and she said, wow, friend, I think you might be in a very abusive relationship where you're being the victim. And of course I went, what are you talking about? No, my partner's not that bad of a person. And then she said to me, she's like, but everything that you just said sounded like an abusive relationship, that your partner is being abusive to you and you're not realizing it. And hearing you empathizing and defending your partner, that's a clear sign of being in an abusive relationship. It clued into me like, oh my God, is that really true?
And as most bad relationships do, they teach you a little bit about what it is that you want. It helped me recognize that I didn't want that much drama. For me, it was really important to be with somebody that, was able to talk about things in a kind of calm and collected way.
Since that relationship, has made things easier or harder?
Through that experience, I learned that my body had always told me that I'm stressed out, that I'm in a relationship that I shouldn't be in, and I just never trusted that intuition. So one thing it's gotten me to do is to learn to listen to my body, listen to my intuition, and also for the first time, being honest with myself and say, hey, this is the kind of relationship that I want. I can have the option to choose my partners instead of just relying on other people to see who I am and having them scoop me up and me falling head over heels because they just gave me attention.
Yeah, I know what I want, I know what I expect, and if I met someone and I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with you, and they did something that I was not okay with, I'd be like, that's not okay and I can do without your love.